Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Ka Kynhun Myntri mentakasngi arpuh nyotrik unaibing arajar arpuh sau hakajingnya kenduk lang jongki kile tai halor ki lai tli ki mat ki badan kam pada bakran berkinong thok khubor nakalyang Myntri sarkar jela ka kong amprin lingdo kle thu ba ka Kynhun Myntri kana Mynjur ya ka Meghalaya Health Service Academic Rules arajar arpuh sau nakabenta ka tenat ka koi ka khia ha ka bakin pej Bakin la ban sedang ban penterekam ni ki college kapor kepala bu ha kaba kilawan rakru dekat service rule naga benta ban kot tap kam ban pentelun ni ki kam ki jam jong ke medical college. Dagal yang kong amprin kele thoru baka Kynhun Myntri kala Mynjur ya ke Meghalaya Dental Health Service Rules. Kawepat kamat ka baka Kynhun Myntri kala Mynjur mentakasngi gade halor ke Meghalaya Journalist Welfare Scheme arajar arpusau bat kani kan terekam no.
Manyo yung liglan ng sir. Bangin wan lam ya kini ki lightly ki cabinet notes kiba don kamba na kabanta ka jala ka jungi. Kapading kong kalong ba na kabanta ban pentre kam bad ya chakmat ya ka Shillong Medical College. Ngi hapon wan lam ya kata ka service rule. Kani ka service rule don kam kerki na pinula ba pin khot ya ki advertisements ban one kini ki nong tray ki specialized doctors ki directors administrative heads financial heads menta hadin bakani ka cabinet note ladep kubur da ka cabinet ngilala menta panya chakman ban pentri kamno bat ban penkre no ya ka jing pen sedang ya ka Shillong Medical College nakabenta katupsnem arhajar arpusan arpunriu kabaar kabadon kam kabangilale mentakasngi bat ngilakman shibon baka cabinet kana kubur ya kani ka cabinet no tumi kalong ban pentray kam no ya ka Meghalaya Dental Health Service Rule ki dentist lani ki doktor banyan kilatrey ha kani ka sarkar labon bun snem Klem don ka specific service rule. Di menta ka sarkar kala approve ya ka dental health service rule. Nang bangila banyat syakman man penklan ya ka dental care ha ki facility lani ki jaka ay suman baper jong ka sarkar ka jungi. Kabalay kabadon kam bat kabala kmi lenti kinong tho kot kubor kinong ring video lani ki media ki electronic media kita ki press kumbangi kot iki kilajupan ya kajing penkiu jong ka welfare scheme nakabenta kinong tray ha ka media kibayap sendet nakadaw jong ka kam ka bakitray kibayo pang kajing pang kabama bat don kamban ayaki ya kaneka kajingirap na kaliang jong kasurkar mensyua ya ki baklat no laban ay tang silang nrimenta ngilapan kiw ya kata siya kasamlang kidon laki jong ki kendon ki ban sya ingipat menta ban pet bat ban kmi kumno on pentrikam ya kata nakanta ki bapang ki journalist na marba ki don kam ya kajingirap ka bakarki mencuang ngi ai tang sanpo lang tang mamentang ngilapun kiw ya kani siya ka laylang
sanpo hajar
nakasampo hajar siya ka laylang ban kidang don syo sa kiway ki bentaru kum kata ka boong ba ngi don kam ban yarap ya kini ki media persons ki badeko no ne ki bayo ya kanu ka accident ha kapor ka bakitre ya ka kam kum ki journalist kata kabangi ong ka disability fund ti mensyua kani kadai tang sanpo hajar mentang ni lapan kiwi kani syakalai lang ngitmuru ban ped ba kita ki journalist ki bala sa temen ki bala syakri ya ka kam ka jongki kum ki media persons lada don kam ban ayaki ya ka jingirap shisin shisnem nengin saya pet ka komiti kan sa syong bat kan saray kumno ban pentri kampat ban yarap ru yakin journalist ki bala no comment Kadon ka system ka baladon hang ni nga try ki media people ki press people ki latip lupa. Kumno bat mano bala ban shim ya kata ka facility ti nga kermen ba lemba ka ki organizations jok pi ki prepare ki nong patai ko bor pintip kumno ban avail ya kini ki schemes. Kini ki dei kita ki lightly ki agendas ki ba ka cabinet kani kesni kalala ban country come at the earliest. Nilaong baya ka journalist welfare scheme ngin sedang ban country come no nado ka shiterik ubnai no pra mentaus nem. Kriya menta ban pet baka Shillong Medical College country come no nado arhajar thok puli arhajar arusan arunre. As we keep saying, the Shillong Medical College is now being prepared and we're going way ahead. We've gone way ahead. We've already tendered various components of constructions that need to be put in place. We are already looking at affiliation. There's a bit of a snag there, but we are going ahead. We're looking at option B, option C. We have said that we would prefer to see, we would target to see that it becomes operational in academic year 25-26. Tura also, we are hopeful that we will be able to operationalize it at the earliest, but I require a little bit of time because there are a few modalities that need to be worked out, and we will brief you accordingly as and when information is available for us to brief you. No, that has nothing to do with PSM. Absolutely not. This is our own state medical college. State medical college requires state service rules, and like every other component of governance, you cannot recruit, you cannot go ahead if you do not have a service rule in position. So we are only concerned about the government college in the state of Meghalaya. As far as the USTM is concerned, you remember, we have already made public the details of operationalization of private medical colleges.
Can you tell us the faculty is a hurdle and service rules are there?
Absolutely no hurdle. We do not anticipate that there will be much complications. Already we have in-house doctors who are likely going to be able to enter into this service. So we have a ready-made faculty. Of course, not all of the faculty will be eligible from within our own systems. We have also ensured that in the cabinet note, we are guided from time to time, from year to year, so that as and when we have faculty from within our own system, it is called the lateral system. We hope that with the passage of time, a lateral choice will also be made available for the higher posts, administrative posts.
Ma'am, kindly, in a simple way, elaborate the difference of earlier when we don't have this service rule in place and now. Earlier,
You cannot hire, you cannot recruit, you cannot operationalize departments in a medical college if your faculty are not guided. Recruitment of faculty is not guided by a proper service rule. That's the same practice in every other department. Without a service rule, you cannot even advertise. We are already going ahead. The cabinet has been generous to give a nod to this proposal brought forward by the health department. So we take it from there. You must understand that this is a brownfield project. What does a brownfield project means? There is a civil hospital, there is a Ganesh Das hospital. Now we have to just upscale the operation theaters, upscale the labs, upscale the testing facilities, upscale everything. So automatically you have, the moment you upscale, that's what I said, infrastructure components have already been tendered. 100 in the first year.
Each.
In the first year. So Tura also we are preparing simultaneously. Give us some time. We cannot make too many promises which will not be achieved. Now let's, like we said, do one thing at a time. But we are equally determined to also make Tura Medical College operational. I don't want to commit because we still have a lot of things to do. let us begin by telling the public that this is now likely going to happen.
Means they are
We will
working.
now upscale all of the theaters, we'll upscale all the testing centers, we'll upscale investigation centers, we'll upscale everything. That is already in the pipeline. 16 crores, if I remember correctly.
And how will you manage
Little less than
actually?
16 crores. So we already have a plan in place. At this point of time, please kindly allow me to discuss only the contents of the cabinet memo. I also need to be adequately briefed by officials when you ask information which is away from the cabinet note. As of today, the cabinet note says this. Expenses for this medical college, we will get back to you once we are once we understand the situation. But in all probability, it will not even cost about 16 crores annually. So the cabinet today sat and has been pleased to approve some very, very important items. The first item that has been approved is the approval of the Meghalaya Health Service Academic Rules 2024. For the Department of Health to start making sure that we operationalize the medical college in the targeted time frame, we had to come up with a service rule for the recruitment of faculty to run the medical college. We were happy to do that, and now we go ahead and go to the next stage to prepare for the operationalization of the Shillong Medical College at the earliest. The second item that was approved by the Honorable Cabinet was the Meghalaya Dental Health Service Rule. We still do not have a dental health service rule in the Department of Health. This document now enables us to quickly speed up all pending activities with regards to promotions and with regards to recruitment to better the dental health service in the state of Meghalaya. The third item that was approved by the Cabinet today is the approval of the Meghalaya Journalist Welfare Scheme 2024. It shall now become operational, and we are happy, and we will keep the press fraternity informed from time to time about what would be the various components of this particular welfare scheme. Now leave it at that, because the moment you deviate from this, then there's going to be a controversy, and we do not want to be engulfed in any controversy. We have asked the government for more land to make the civil hospital a more modernized building. Makeshift expansion of the civil hospital makes it very confused. You ask any patient who goes to that institute, we now need to look at land to be given to us by the government so that we can utilize these funds efficiently and make sure that we have state-of-the-art learning and teaching facilities to benefit students coming to our institution to acquire a medical degree. So now when you talk about features, we must understand one thing. This has been a long requested facility by the press fraternity. There are already components of the journalist welfare scheme which are like the previous year's journalist welfare scheme. For example, before this, we had a journalist welfare scheme of just 1 lakh for the loss of a life of a journalist. There are certain rules that also need to be conformed to when you want to avail this facility. So what we're saying here is that 1 lakh in this generation is inadequate. We have upscaled it to 5 lakhs. Now, in terms of medical treatment, journalists facing acute health problems were given an opportunity of availing only 50,000 rupees in the previous scheme. So now we have upscaled this to 3 lakhs. Like that, we have also got other components of the scheme. We will disclose this to you as and when the committee sits for the first time, because it is now entrusted to the committee to decide on the modalities of the operation of the journalist welfare scheme.
What about the retired journalists? Monthly?
We are also very, very concerned about the registered, accredited journalists who need attention and who need assistance because of the human service that they have engaged with for all of their journalist life. So therefore, we will leave it to the wisdom of the committee to take a call. We are looking at a support fund for veteran journalists who are deserving to receive this fund. Modalities of this are all chalked out. We are looking at the practice that is there in other states. We will replicate positive practices. But I hope that the press fraternity is jubilant for this, because this is a long demand that you have put before governments in the past. It is only now that we are finally in agreement. We have received cabinet approval to go ahead with this particular scheme.